Desire, a primal force. It courses through us, shaping our thoughts and actions. It is a force as old as time, a relentless tide pulling us towards pleasure, connection, and fulfillment. Yet desire is also a source of tension, a battleground where our instincts collide with societal expectations. We are taught to control our desires, to channel them into acceptable forms. But what happens when those desires challenge the very fabric of our beliefs? Our world is filled with contradictions. We crave intimacy, yet we fear vulnerability. We long for connection, yet we build walls to protect our hearts. And in this delicate dance between desire and restraint, we find ourselves questioning the very nature of our being. What does it mean to be free? Is sexual freedom a right, a privilege, or a dangerous illusion? The quest for sexual freedom is a timeless struggle. Throughout history, religions have grappled with the power of desire, seeking to define its boundaries and consequences. Cultures have developed intricate rules and rituals to govern sexual behavior, shaping our understanding of love, marriage, and fidelity. But in a world increasingly interconnected, those boundaries are becoming blurred. Technology, with its seductive allure, has opened up new avenues for exploration and connection. Social media platforms offer glimpses into the lives of others, fueling our fantasies and desires. AI algorithms, with their uncanny ability to predict our preferences, present us with a constant stream of temptation. In this digital age, the line between reality and illusion becomes increasingly difficult to discern. We are caught between two worlds. The world of tradition, where rules are clear and consequences are swift, and the world of modernity, where boundaries are fluid and possibilities seem endless. How do we reconcile these competing forces? How do we navigate the treacherous waters of desire without succumbing to its depths? Religion, in its many forms, has always sought to make sense of the mysteries of human existence. From the origins of the universe to the nature of the soul, these ancient belief systems offer explanations for the unknown, comfort in times of uncertainty, and a moral compass to guide our actions. And at the heart of many religious teachings lies a profound preoccupation with desire, its power, its perils, and its potential for both sin and salvation. Within the hallowed halls of temples, mosques, and churches, the whispers of the divine intertwine with the complexities of human nature. Sacred texts passed down through generations grapple with the timeless dilemmas of temptation, transgression, and the yearning for something beyond our earthly desires. They paint vivid portraits of saints and sinners, of those who have resisted the allure of the flesh and those who have succumbed to its embrace. The Bible, with its tales of passion, betrayal, and divine retribution, stands as a testament to the enduring power of desire. From the Garden of Eden, where Adam and Eve's longing for forbidden knowledge led to their fall from grace, to the story of King David, whose lust for Bathsheba plunged his kingdom into turmoil, the scriptures offer cautionary tales about the consequences of unchecked desire. The Quran, too, addresses the complexities of human desire, emphasizing the importance of modesty, self-control, and the pursuit of spiritual fulfillment over earthly pleasures. It acknowledges the natural inclinations of the human heart, while providing guidelines for channeling these desires in ways that are pleasing to God. Marriage is held up as a sacred institution, a union blessed by Allah, while extramarital relationships are strictly forbidden. Section 3. The weight of sin. Across religions and cultures, the concept of sin weighs heavily on the human psyche. It evokes a sense of transgression, a violation of divine law or moral order. And in the realm of desire, sin often takes center stage, casting a shadow over acts that are deemed illicit, immoral, or contrary to religious teachings. Infidelity, in particular, carries a profound stigma, a moral stain that can have far-reaching consequences. The act of betrayal, of breaking a sacred vow made before God and witnesses, is seen as a grave offense, a rupture in the fabric of trust that binds individuals and communities together. It is a wound that can fester for generations, leaving behind a legacy of pain, resentment, and broken families. The weight of sin can be crushing, a burden carried by those who have strayed from the righteous path. Section 4. Redemption's Promise. Yet, even in the face of transgression, most religions offer a glimmer of hope. The promise of redemption. Through acts of repentance, forgiveness, and spiritual transformation, individuals can seek atonement for their sins and find their way back to a state of grace. The path to redemption is often arduous, requiring deep introspection, a willingness to confront one's flaws, and a commitment to living a more righteous life. For some, the fear of divine retribution serves as a powerful deterrent, a reminder of the consequences that await those who succumb to temptation. The prospect of eternal damnation, of being cast out from the presence of God, is a sobering thought that can temper even the most ardent desires. Others find solace in the belief that God is merciful, that even the most grievous sins can be forgiven if there is genuine remorse and a sincere desire to change. Section 5. Shadows of Doubt. But even within the most devout communities, shadows of doubt can linger. The human heart is a complex and often contradictory organ, capable of harboring both great love and profound longing. The strictures of religious dogma, while offering guidance and structure, cannot always contain the unruly nature of desire. And in the quiet moments of contemplation, some may question the very nature of sin and redemption. Is it truly possible to suppress our most primal urges, to deny the yearnings that seem woven into the fabric of our being? Or are we destined to struggle with temptation, to navigate the treacherous waters of desire, seeking solace in the flickering candlelight of faith? As we delve deeper into the religious perspective on desire, we must grapple with these fundamental questions, exploring the ways in which faith both shapes and is shaped by the complexities of human nature. Humanity, a vibrant tapestry woven from countless threads, each culture a unique hue, contributing to the richness and complexity of our shared existence. Across continents and oceans, the dance between desire and duty unfolds in countless ways, shaped by ancient traditions, social norms, and the enduring power of belief. What is considered taboo in one corner of the world might be celebrated as a rite of passage in another. From the windswept plains of the Masai Mara to the bustling streets of Tokyo, the expression of desire takes on different forms, reflecting the values, beliefs, and historical experiences of diverse communities. In some cultures, marriage is viewed as a sacred union, a lifelong commitment ordained by God or fate. In others, it is seen as a practical arrangement, a way to ensure the continuation of lineage or the consolidation of wealth and power. In many parts of the world, particularly in societies with strong religious traditions, the emphasis on fidelity is paramount. Chastity before marriage is highly valued, often seen as a mark of honor and purity, especially for women. Extramarital affairs are met with severe social sanctions, bringing shame not only upon the individuals involved, but also upon their families and communities. These cultural norms often serve to maintain social order, to reinforce traditional gender roles, and to protect the sanctity of the family unit. They provide a framework for acceptable behavior, offering a sense of security and stability in a world often characterized by uncertainty and change. Yet, Even within these cultures of restraint, human desire finds ways to express itself, sometimes in subtle ways, sometimes in acts of defiance that challenge the very foundations of tradition. In contrast to societies that prioritize restraint, there are cultures where sexual freedom is embraced as a natural and even celebrated aspect of life. In some indigenous communities, for example, premarital sex is not only accepted but encouraged as a way for young people to explore their sexuality, form bonds, and learn about their bodies. In some modern secular societies, the concept of open relationships or polyamory is gaining acceptance, challenging the traditional boundaries of monogamy. These alternative relationship models often emphasize communication, consent, and the importance of individual needs and desires within the context of a committed partnership. As we navigate the labyrinth of human experience, we encounter a dizzying array of perspectives on desire, fidelity, and the nature of love itself. Cultural norms, religious beliefs, and personal values intertwine in intricate ways, shaping our understanding of what is right and wrong, acceptable and unacceptable. The challenge lies in finding our own path, in reconciling our individual desires with the expectations of our families, our communities, and the wider world. It is a journey of self-discovery, of questioning assumptions, and of embracing the complexities of what it means to be human in all our flawed and glorious diversity. Deep within the intricate double helix of our DNA, a story unfolds. A story written over millennia, etched into the very fabric of our being. This is the story of evolution, a relentless drive for survival, for perpetuation, for passing on our genetic legacy to future generations. It is a story that shapes not only our physical forms, but also our instincts, our desires, and perhaps even our capacity for infidelity. Evolutionary psychologists propose a startling notion: infidelity might be hardwired into our biology. From a purely Darwinian perspective, seeking multiple partners increases the chances of reproductive success. For our ancestors, navigating a world of scarce resources and constant threats, maximizing offspring was paramount. Each encounter a roll of the genetic dice, increasing the odds of producing viable heirs. Consider the animal kingdom, where the drive to reproduce reigns supreme. The elaborate courtship rituals of birds of paradise, the fierce competition for mates among elephant seals, the intricate dances of insects, all driven by an instinctual imperative to pass on their genes. Humans, despite our complex social structures and moral codes, share this fundamental drive. We are, after all, products of this same evolutionary saga. Our ancestors, living in small, nomadic groups, faced the constant threat of disease, famine, and conflict. Infidelity, in this context, might have served as a hedge against genetic vulnerability, a way to ensure the survival of their lineage, even if their primary partner succumbed to the harsh realities of their environment. The desire for genetic diversity, for strong and healthy offspring, could have overridden the societal norms that would later emerge. Section 3. The Dance of Desire. The biological underpinnings of infidelity are complex and multifaceted. Studies have shown that certain genes, such as those related to the dopamine system, which plays a crucial role in reward and pleasure, might be associated with an increased propensity for infidelity. Hormones, too, play a part in this intricate dance of desire. Testosterone, often linked to aggression and risk-taking behavior, has been implicated in infidelity in both men and women, but, reducing infidelity solely to biological imperatives would be an oversimplification. Humans are not slaves to our instincts. We are capable of reason, empathy and moral judgment, we form deep emotional bonds with our partners, build families, and create social structures that value commitment and loyalty. The tension between our biological urges and our societal expectations lies at the heart of the human experience. Section 4. The paradox within. The question remains, are we wired to be unfaithful, or is fidelity a testament to our capacity for love, commitment, and self-control? The answer, like most things in life, is likely a complex interplay of nature and nurture. We are products of both our genes and our environment, shaped by a confluence of biological predispositions, cultural norms, personal experiences, and individual choices. The evolutionary argument, while compelling, does not absolve us of responsibility for our actions. We are not destined to repeat the patterns of our ancestors. We can choose to honor our commitments, to nurture our relationships, and to seek fulfillment within the bounds of ethical and respectful behavior. The capacity for love, loyalty, and self-control is as much a part of our evolutionary heritage as the drive for reproduction. Section 1. The echo chamber. We are social creatures drawn together by an invisible web of connections. We crave acceptance, belonging, a place within the intricate tapestry of human relationships. From the moment we are born, we are surrounded by influences, by unspoken rules and expectations that shape our understanding of the world. Our families, our friends, our communities, they all contribute to the formation of our values, our beliefs, and our perceptions of right and wrong. This social fabric, while providing comfort and support, can also exert a powerful influence on our behavior, often in ways we barely register. We learn to conform, to adapt to the norms of our tribe, to seek approval from those around us. This desire for acceptance can be especially potent when it comes to matters of love, sex, and fidelity, where the stakes are high and the boundaries between right and wrong can become blurred. Imagine a group of friends, their laughter echoing through a crowded bar. They share stories, secrets, and unspoken understandings. Among them, the topic of infidelity surfaces, perhaps as a joke, a confession, or a casual observation. If infidelity is treated lightly, dismissed as a common occurrence, or even celebrated as a sign of conquest, it can subtly shift the boundaries of acceptable behavior. The whispers of acceptance can be insidious, gradually eroding the moral barriers that might have once seemed insurmountable. Peer pressure, often unspoken but nonetheless powerful, can create a sense of permission, a belief that certain behaviors are not only acceptable but expected within a particular social group. This pressure can be amplified in environments where alcohol or drugs lower inhibitions and cloud judgment. The desire to fit in, to avoid judgment or exclusion, can be a powerful motivator. We are wired for connection, and the fear of social isolation can lead us to make choices that run counter to our values or beliefs. This is especially true in young adulthood, a time when our sense of identity is still forming, and we are particularly susceptible to peer influence. In a culture that often glorifies casual sex and celebrates those who break the rules, remaining faithful can feel like swimming against the tide. The media bombards us with images of infidelity, from the steamy affairs depicted in movies and television shows to the real-life scandals that dominate the headlines. These narratives, while often fictionalized or sensationalized, can nonetheless shape our perceptions of what is normal, acceptable, and even desirable. Technology, a double-edged sword. It connects us, empowers us, and yet it also has the power to isolate, to manipulate, to amplify our deepest desires and insecurities. In the realm of love and relationships, the rise of the digital age has ushered in a new era of possibilities and perils, transforming the very landscape of human connection. The internet, with its seductive allure, has become a breeding ground for both intimacy and infidelity, a virtual playground where the boundaries between reality and fantasy blur. Social media platforms, with their carefully curated feeds and endless streams of content, present us with an idealized version of reality. We compare our lives, our relationships, our bodies to the airbrushed images that flood our screens, fueling a sense of inadequacy and a yearning for something more. The dopamine hits of likes, comments, and new connections feed our primal need for validation, creating a feedback loop that can be difficult to escape. Behind the seemingly innocuous interfaces of dating apps and social media platforms lie sophisticated algorithms, mathematical equations designed to predict and manipulate our behavior. These algorithms track our every swipe, every click, every minute spent gazing at a stranger's profile, building a detailed portrait of our desires, our insecurities, and our vulnerabilities. They learn what makes us tick, what tempts us, what keeps us coming back for more. Like modern-day cupids, these algorithms whisper suggestions in our ears, guiding us toward potential matches, potential affairs, potential paths to fulfillment or heartbreak. They exploit our innate yearning for connection, our desire for love and validation, to keep us hooked on the promise of finding the one, even as they perpetuate a cycle of fleeting encounters and unfulfilled desires. Section 3, the Virtual Masquerade. The internet offers a seductive escape from the constraints of the physical world. Behind the anonymity of avatars and usernames, we can be whoever we want to be. We can craft online personas that project confidence, wit, and desirability, masking our insecurities and imperfections. This virtual masquerade can be liberating, allowing us to explore different aspects of ourselves, to experiment with identities, and to connect with others in ways that might not be possible in our offline lives. But this anonymity also has a dark side. It can create a sense of detachment, a blurring of the lines between reality and fantasy. In the virtual realm, consequences seem less real, transgressions more easily forgiven or forgotten. The emotional stakes might feel lower, but the potential for pain, betrayal, and heartbreak is just as real. Section 4. Love in the Age of Algorithms. As we navigate this new landscape of desire where algorithms play matchmaker and temptation lurks behind every swipe, we're forced to confront profound questions about the nature of love, fidelity, and human connection in the digital age. Can we find true intimacy in a world mediated by screens? Can we cultivate meaningful relationships when we're constantly bombarded with images of perfection and the allure of something new? The answers, like the algorithms that shape our online experiences, are complex and ever-evolving. Technology is not inherently good or evil. It is a tool, a mirror reflecting both the best and worst of humanity. The choices we make, the boundaries we set, the ways in which we choose to connect with each other, these will determine the fate of love in the age of algorithms. Section 1. The Unending Journey. Desire, a force as old as time itself. It flows through us, shaping our thoughts, our actions, our very being. We have journeyed through ancient texts, traversed cultural landscapes, and delved into the depths of our own biology, seeking to understand the intricate dance between desire and duty, freedom and responsibility. What have we learned? That there are no easy answers, no simple solutions. We have seen how religion for centuries has grappled with the power of desire, seeking to channel its energy, to define its boundaries. We have witnessed the myriad ways in which cultures, shaped by tradition and belief, navigate the complexities of love, marriage, and fidelity. And we have confronted the unsettling possibility that infidelity in some form might be woven into the very fabric of our being, a legacy of our evolutionary past. Section 2, A World Redefined. But we are not prisoners of our genes, nor are we bound by the dictates of dogma. We are capable of reason, of empathy, of making choices that transcend our baser instincts. The digital age, while presenting new challenges to our understanding of love and fidelity, also offers unprecedented opportunities for connection, for exploring the vast spectrum of human desire. The future of sexual freedom is not predetermined. It is being written in this very moment, through the choices we make, the relationships we forge, the boundaries we set, and the conversations we are brave enough to have. It is a future where technology can either amplify our worst impulses or connect us in ways we never thought possible. It is a future where cultural norms, once seen as immutable, are being challenged and redefined.